So theoretically, if I had a car that can drive at a certain miles per hour with a dog inside, with a machine that will teleport me and leave fire trails, technically I could go to the future and go to the past. So this episode is irrelevant.
Yeah, but what type of dog is it?
Chihuahua.
Yeah, no, you lost then.
Why? Why?
Who actually likes Chihuahuas? Like, honest.
Whoa, you just got so many people. I don't.
Whoa, you got no.
No, I don't like Chihuahuas, bro.
All right, me neither.
They're kind of ugly.
Hey, my boy Danny. Hey.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to In the Fire. Yet another episode. We appreciate you guys. We actually love you. We actually do, like, a lot.
We really appreciate
and
you.
Thank you for listening, whether you're listening on Spotify, iTunes, or watching us on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe, like, leave a comment, DM us, all that good stuff. Today, we're going to live in the present.
Yes.
Today, we are going to escape our minds and start to really indulge in the present.
Okay.
And savor every moment that God gives us.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So amazing. Swoogity doo. Wow.
So the reason the reason we picked this topic was because you're going through it. You, the audience member, you're going through it.
Everybody and their mother.
I'm going through it too. 100%.
I think me and Danny know this best.
Yeah, 100%. Me and Lewis are big overthinkers.
Oh my gosh, man.
Big phone users. Yeah.
Distraction lovers.
Yes, absolutely. But
that's like the main battle, honestly.
Oh my gosh, bro, it's horrible. It's horrible. But listen,
filling your time with distractions and
yeah.
Not even that too. Like that's like a part of it, but you know, other part is just like being in your head.
Like, oh my gosh, bro, for
being
real.
in your head all day.
I can't even
everywhere.
sleep, bro. I can't even sleep sometimes because my mind won't stop.
You know, sometimes at night I just kind of easy for me to fall asleep,
bro.
But for me, like I know it's like I can't go to sleep. There's so much in my head, but for
you
me,
should
like,
see me. I look like a
sleep.
psychopath. I'm like, think of like a white background. So I think of only white. But then I'm like, wait, but I'm thinking about the white box, and then, bro, my brain does not shut off.
Yeah.
Because I heard that was like a thing. It was like, oh, to shut it down, like think of nothing. Like, and I'm like, okay, I got to think of nothing. But what does nothing look like?
Oh yeah, just think of nothing, bro. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Where'd you read that off of?
I don't
Wikipedia?
know. Wikipedia.com.
Are we gonna get fined for just saying that?
No.
Are we gonna get attacked? Sorry, Wikipedia.
No.
You're pretty cool.
But dude, this is a huge topic.
Yeah.
And we want to set ourselves free. We want to set you guys free because living in the present is so important. Because we always look back and we say, dang, I wish I would have enjoyed those moments more.
Oh wow.
I wish I would have spent more time with this person. I wish I would have said this. I wish I would have like really experienced it. So many times we start thinking about the past. I wish I would have done. I wish I would have said. I regret this. I regret that. I shouldn't have gotten this relationship. I shouldn't have been with this person at this time.
Oh wow.
And you spend all that time thinking, and you forget what's in front of you.
Wow.
You forget what's in front of you.
Yeah, I was thinking about this as I was thinking about the topic. I thought about work, right? And at work, my mind runs like crazy.
Okay.
Like like 5% of it is actually about work. The rest is like everything else going on in my life, whether that's friends, family, church events, anything. Anything's running in my head.
Yeah.
And so I would find myself like, my mind be racing about a bunch of different things. And I'd be like checking something, right? Like checking labels or on something, checking a palette. And like after 5 minutes, like I've checked that palette 20 times. Like I've gone around it 5 times, checking the same thing. And I finished and I'm like, all right, I think it's good because I'm so much in my mind.
Yeah.
And that's like what happens with that. It's a simple example, but it's like, I get less efficient, right? And like I take too much time on something that should have took 5 minutes on. Yeah. Right. And also the moments where I have like just been in the moment at work, I find myself enjoying myself. Like with my manager, with my coworkers, cracking jokes and just like having a good time while doing the work. Yeah. And doing it well. And like I think everybody who has a job knows the satisfaction of a job well done, right? Because when you do something good at your job, and like you do it well, and it's like, ooh, that feels good. Like you get the recognition, all that. Of course, it feels good. But yeah, I recognize that in the moments that I've actually like just been at work, right? Like yeah, I was at work, but was I at work?
Ooh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the moments I'm at work, I enjoy it. It's like it's fun. I'm doing my job, and of course the gratuity, the gratitude I have.
Yeah.
Of like, hey, I have a job. Thank you, God.
Yeah.
That included with that is just so great.
Yeah.
And so there's a big difference with that. And like as I said before, it's like, yeah, you could be at a certain location, but that does not mean that your mind is there also. You know what I mean? No matter, you can be at 20 different places in one day, but your mind could be stuck on one thing in all those locations, and it won't be at those locations.
Wow. Yeah. What's scary about this topic is when you are not in the present, time flies. Time flies.
Tell me about it, bro. Oh my gosh. I think my sinful nature is like the best time waster. Like I can burn time like crazy and get nothing done. That's like my flesh. That's my flesh.
Yeah,
talking.
bro.
That's not what my spirit wants.
That's so scary. That's so scary because something I wanted to express, and I've done it in another episode where I say your time is valuable. Your time is valuable.
Yeah.
But your time, you're not gonna get back. This moment we're having right now, and while you're listening, wherever you are, whoever you are, at whatever time you're listening, you won't get this time back. You won't get this day back.
Sure.
And what's scary is, okay, Jesus says, how can all your worries add an hour to your life?
Yeah.
Or a day to your life, whatever.
An hour, yeah.
How can worrying add an hour to your life? So what I got from that is Jesus is saying, don't waste your time. You're wasting your time worrying. You're wasting your time thinking about the future. Oh, who am I going to get married to? Who's the one? What job am I going to have? Oh, I can't wait to get out of college so that I can, pursue this full time. I can't wait to get out of college so I can start my business. I can't wait. And it's I can't wait. But we forget the beauty of the process. Because the beautiful part is not the destination. The beautiful part is the whole process to get to the destination. Because you get there, and then what? You didn't enjoy every moment that God blessed you with. God says every day that is a glorious day that God blesses us with.
Wow.
But you won't get that day back.
Wow.
So if you're too busy living in the past, living in the future, living in your thoughts, living in a fantasy, we do that a lot. You are not present with the people around you. You are not present with what's God is giving you in that moment, and that is so scary.
Wow.
That is so scary.
That's so good. And something I got from what you were saying is I heard this, one of my friends told me. It's if we keep on chasing good moments, we're going to miss all of them.
Oh my gosh.
If you keep on chasing that amazing moment with your friends, that amazing moment with your family, you're never going to have it.
Wow.
Like, why are you chasing these certain things? Just live. Like another example, like there was like, so when I go to the living room, right, and I see like my whole family there,
yeah,
like I see my little brother on his tablet, on like the TV, on the table, and he's just watching that, and that thing is just blasting of YouTube videos. And he's just looking at that, and I see my dad and like everybody there, and it's like, dang, like where's the connection? And it's like, so there's one day on Saturday that I went, instead of being in my room and being on my phone and laying down and not doing anything, I got up. And instead of eating in my room, I went to go eat outside in the living room.
Okay.
And I went to eat with them, and it felt a little weird. Of
course,
because it was different. It was different, right? But I know it was better.
Of course.
I knew there was like connection happening, right? Instead of like, because I even told my little brother he was going to his room. I was like, hey, come to the room, come talk to us, and like don't leave, like he didn't bring his tablet, and we had a conversation. And he was babbling on about whatever game he was talking about.
Yeah.
But there was stuff happening.
Wow.
Right, I was there.
That's powerful.
And like that's important. It's not about like just like you have to like really think about it. Like, what are you spending most of your time on? And is the things that are taking your time, like, are they profiting? Are they giving you profit? Like all that stuff.
I want to share this moment that I had in Greece, and I'm not saying I was on my phone the whole time that I was in Greece and I didn't enjoy anything. No, it was great. But there was this one moment that I remember. We went to this restaurant on the beach side. Beautiful view of the mountains.
Sorry.
The water was glistening.
Sorry.
People everywhere in the cafe, ordering stuff. The sun was about to come down. Bro, it was beautiful. It was like the not even a movie. It was like the wallpaper of a computer. Like, it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Wow.
But I got so caught up with whatever I was doing on my phone, texting people. I was so caught up with that I didn't even notice that the ice cream I had ordered was already given to me, was already half melted. I had missed the sunset that was coming down, and I missed the conversation my best friend right next to me was trying to initiate with me.
Wow.
Bro, I look back and wow. I spent more time, let's say on Instagram, looking at people I don't even know. I spend more time looking at people I've never met and I don't even know than with my best friend in Greece in that beautiful scenery.
Wow.
I didn't even get to enjoy my ice cream because it was melted. It was horrible. And obviously, he got mad at me because he was like, bro, I was trying to initiate a conversation with you and you didn't even listen to me. You didn't even turn to look at me. That I missed, 2 hours of my life looking at what? Garbage.
Wow.
Looking at nothing.
Wow.
It was so scary because that memory could have been something beautiful. Could have been insane. Like you said, we're chasing those beautiful memories and we skip out on the ones we're supposed to be having.
Wow.
And that's something I wanted to point out with your brother with the tablet. Our phones and social media are destroying our lives.
Yep.
I hate to be that guy. Everybody's, social media is destroying your life. It's true. It's so true. It is destroying your life. You are missing important moments in your life. The way to slow down time, so we say, life goes by so fast. Oh, this year flew by.
Time stops for nobody.
Yeah. Time stops for nobody.
Yeah.
While you're on your phone, the world didn't stop turning in a freaking circle around the sun. People didn't stop getting up around the world to go to work.
I've always thought, like, man, if only I could pause time and then play it back when I'm ready. Nope. Doesn't work like that.
Your time is being wasted. And not even wasted, but you're intaking garbage and you're missing the important things. And you're like, oh, okay, like, if you're bored, what else am I supposed to do? Listen, do nothing. Do you know how get used to doing nothing? It'll get easier. We were actually talking about this before the episode. We're going to do a social media detox. Not social media, like dopamine detox. We're going to do everything. Although we're going to keep uploading, don't worry. Everybody stay tuned for that. But we are trying to eliminate that because we're so... I've said it multiple times on the podcast. I can't go without YouTube while I eat.
Who can?
What am I supposed to do?
Look at my food.
Look at my food and actually taste it and actually be like, dang, this actually tastes good.
Maybe go and talk to somebody while I'm eating.
Yeah.
Maybe
even think. Hear the voice of God. How can you hear the voice of God if you're staring at Instagram or YouTube or Snapchat? If your mind is full of things of this world, God cannot speak to you.
Wow. That's good. Yeah, we always say, like, all the voices in your head from all the things you do. How can God speak to you? How can he tell you something if your mind is being clouded by the newest, like, any TikTok video you just saw, any Instagram video you just saw, and that's replaying in your mind, or the music that you, like some music songs that you listen to that you put in just clearing in your head, all these different voices in your head, and like God's like, can I talk?
Wow.
Can I have some space to speak? Yeah. Like, this is something that's real. Yeah, it's real, and we want you guys to know about it. It's like it's destroying us. Yeah, it's really putting a barrier in front of us to get to the place that God wants us to get. Right. Yeah. That's what we always say. Like, reflect. Like, look back. What is holding you back? Wow. What is making you not get to the place that God wants you to be? What is it? What's doing that for you? Like, realize that. And take it away. Do something. Be proactive. Be active. Like, fight for it. Fight for your purity. Right. Fight for your fight. Yeah. Fight for yourself. Like, and with God, obviously, but do something. Don't just be lazy. The way to slow down time is to slow down your brain. We need to stop always intaking. I like when you're with friends and the conversation kind of comes to an end and there's that moment of silence. One of them pulls out their phone. Because it's like, what do you do in that moment of time? Hey, how about you say you initiate a new question, you continue the conversation, or whatever it is, but actually interact with that person. And it's crazy because so many of us lose the ability to interact because we can't with the moment of silence, or we can't with that boredom. So many times it's like, you hang out with friends, you're like, oh, what are we supposed to do? And all of a sudden everybody's on their social media. Like, bro, that is horrible. That is horrible. You meet up together to go on your phone. You gotta create a new culture. Yeah. One thing, a tip
to be more in the present is break routines.
Yeah.
The reason life goes so fast is because we go on autopilot. We start, okay, you take the same route to work, you do the same shift, you leave at the same time, you take the same route back, and you're always in a routine, and you go into autopilot, you go into this monotone, and all of a sudden your whole day is gone. The reason, and I found a study on this, like time seems to go faster as we get older. And the reason is, the way they described it is because it's for little kids, they have a lot of first time things. They experience the world for the first time in all different aspects. First time using the bathroom, first time going to a playground, first time hanging out with friends, first time at school. And that's why their life is so interesting and it goes by slower than for us, because we do the same thing every day. Go to work, do this. Cool. Go to work, do this. Do something new. Do something new. Go out for a walk. And I did that the other day, and it was very refreshing. And it allowed me, I didn't, no phone, no music. I literally just walked. And I just listened to the trees. I listened to the wind. I talked to God. It was beautiful. And it was a time for me to really enjoy and live in the moment.
Wow.
And like we said before, get used to being bored. That's another tip, is allow your brain to receive nothing. Just spend time doing nothing. And that will initiate you to do something more productive, because you're like, okay, you kind of sit there, and we were talking about it before, you kind of sit there and you're like, what am I supposed to do now? Stare at the roof? Actually talk to Lewis? Like, what? No, that's weird. What?
Yeah.
And this creates deeper connections with the people around you. Not even just that, but you will start to value every little thing in every day.
Wow. That's so good. That's so good. And to shift gears a bit, because this is a huge part of it, right? Social media is a huge part of living in the moment. But then we have the people that, maybe that isn't such a problem for them.
Okay.
And maybe it's more of a, I'm worrying about the future.
Ooh.
Right? Or maybe it's I'm worrying about my past, or things I've done or whatever. And you're worrying about like the past and the future and the past and the future. And I thought of a verse that, like, I remember I got a long time ago, right? Okay. And it's, be still and know that I am God.
Ooh. That's such a good. I just got chills. That's such a good verse.
It's such a, like, we forget this because in our worry, in our stressing, like, oh my gosh, like you said, who's gonna be the husband or wife for me? God, how am I gonna provide for my future family? God, what's my job gonna be? How am I gonna get money? Like all this stuff that like that's real stress. Like stress is real worries. It's like we forget about this verse. We forget about what God says here. Be still and know I'm God. Wow. Like, let me do my job. Like, let me be the one who provides for you. Let me be your God. Wow. Right? Like, we don't have to be God. We don't have to be the one that's always worrying about everything, thinking about and controlling everything. Yeah. God is in control.
We walk by faith, not by sight. Yeah. And you can't see
but at the same time, we understand it's stressful when we don't see it. Yeah, but we have to understand by faith, God's going to provide for us.
Because we like to be in control. Yeah. We like to be in control.
And so I wanted to know like more deeper into this verse. Okay. And I saw that there was the Hebrew word that from this phrase is Rapha. And Rapha means to be weak, to let go, and to release. Whoa. So basically it means like to surrender. So it's like surrender your worry. Wow. Surrender your stress. Like all the like this is what I want to say. All the energy that you put towards like the stress and worry and just always being in your head so much, like start thinking about what can you do right now for God? What can you do in the present for God? Be still and know that He's God. What are you gonna do right now? Wow. Right? Like I remember I saw something at church that the pastor was talking about, like how we view life as we're walking forward and in front of us is the future and behind us is the past, right? But back then, the way that we view like this kind of like example is you're actually walking backwards, right? And as you walk backwards, you're seeing the past, but the future's behind you because you can't see it, right? And the thing about walking backwards, nobody wants to walk backwards because you can't see where you're going. Of course. You get scared or you get fearful. Am I going to fall somewhere? Am I going to trip on something? Yeah. That's how it is with God. Something I heard was fear is just like doing the future without God. That's what fear is.
Fear is doing what?
Fear is basically going into the future without God. That's what fear is. But that's why you have to understand God gave you a spirit of power, of love, of self-discipline. Like that is what God gave you.
Wow, that's so good. Yeah. Because I think, okay, if you think like, okay, even though things.
What am I gonna do in the future? What am I gonna? Oh, hey God.
Oh, God's got
wait,
me.
you provide for me?
Oh yeah, okay,
You
cool.
have a hope and future for me? Oh.
So wait,
What
so
am
I
I
can
sharing?
actually focus on what's happening now?
I can actually like seek you right now, and then I know that you'll provide for me.
Wow. That's crazy. That's actually so good. That's such a good point. And I think another thing is people try to we're all born with this void, with this emptiness, and we talk about it in our emptiness episode, but people live their whole life trying to fill it.
Yeah.
And it leads us
I know how that feels.
Yeah, you live your whole life trying to fill this void that only God can fill.
Nothing does it for me anymore. How many times have you said that?
Yeah.
Right? Of like, games don't do it for me anymore. Or like those posts on Instagram when games used to be fun.
Yeah.
And now it's like I want to not play anymore. Even though I have a PlayStation, an Xbox, a PC, it's not doing it for me anymore. Like, it used to make me happy. Now it's not making you happy.
Yeah.
Because it was never meant to sustain you.
Wow. Only God can fill that. And when you truly allow God to fill that, all your worries, all your fears, like you said, all the past, through God, he helps us forgive. He helps us move on. He helps us forget the past.
You don't even know. You don't even know, man.
So now the past is eliminated. Then he says, don't worry, trust, be still, for I'm God. Now he gets rid of the future.
I like that.
So God's like, okay, live what I'm giving you right now.
Oh, that's good. That's a good example. Wow.
It's crazy. So we got to start living in the present.
He heals us from our past. He helps us let go of our past.
Yeah.
And then our future, I got you. I'll take care of you. I'll provide for you. Oh, then
what am I left to think about?
the present.
The right now.
Wow, yo. Y'all hearing this?
Yeah, that's good.
Y'all hearing this right now?
That's good. There are some gems in this. Yeah.
That's so good. God wants us to focus on the present. And I've been told that when getting prayer. It's like, I worry about the past. I'm so caught up in my shame. Am I like, I suck. I'm not good enough. And then the future, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. And it's like, and I remember somebody told me this, like, don't worry about God. Doesn't want you to worry about the past or the future. He wants to worry what you're doing right now.
Wow.
And of course, we're going to be wise planning.
Yeah.
We're going to plan for the future wisely with the wisdom we do have, but not worry about the future.
Yeah. So get off your phones. Start engaging with the people around you. When you get bored, even go to the point of, okay, what's the smell like right now? What am I feeling? What am I seeing? And actually, like, take a deep dive into what you're living right now.
Yeah.
Because stop rushing life. Because one day you're going to want to wish you were back where you are now. So stop rushing and live what you have now.
And what I was saying earlier is, like, all that energy you put towards worrying, like, what is it that God wants you to do right now?
Yeah.
And I don't know what that looks like for you, right? Maybe guys just want you to start talking to him consistently every single day.
Yeah.
Or maybe God has been calling you to a specific thing for a very long time, but you've been pushing it aside because you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that. Maybe he wants you to start something. I don't know what God wants you to do, but go after it. And like I said, that word Rafa, surrender. Surrender your worries. Surrender the fear of man you have. Surrender these things that are holding you back, that are not letting you do what God has been calling you to do for a while.
Yeah.
Right? Surrender that. Surrender whatever it is, fear, anything. Surrender it. Like, put it aside. Maybe it's not just worry. Maybe it's something physical. Surrender it.
Yeah.
Right? And do what it is God is calling you to do. I don't know what it is for you, but maybe right now God is like putting something in your head, like something he wants you to do right now. Go for it.
Wow.
Go for it.
Live in the present, and this will change your life. I'm telling you right now. Start savoring every day. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. We love you.
Yes, sir.
And let's do this. We'll see you guys for the next episode. Peace out.
Peace.